Hello, this is Jessica Mckay. I'm an intuitive counselor and spiritual teacher at jessicamckay.com. Thank you for watching this video on numerologist.com. This is your June Spirit Guide reading. So, I already have some cards chosen for this. I'm using Denise Linn's Gateway Oracle deck. So what I'd like you to do is take a moment to connect with yourself and ask your intuition which message would best serve you for the month of June. Message number 1, number 2, or number 3. So let some number jump out at you, 1, 2, or 3, and then stay tuned for that message. Okay, so if you were drawn to message number 1, the card that comes up is Believing in Magic. And the sense that I get with this card is that some solution in your life might be requiring that you suspend the voice in your head that tells you it can't be done. It's impossible. No one will help me. I'll never be able to complete this or do this. And believing in miracles or in magic is usually something that we do when we're children because we don't yet have a developed cynical voice, the voice of the inner judge. We don't have that yet. So children believe in magic. In some ways, they might believe that anything is possible. If Santa Claus can get down the chimney and go around and deliver all those presents in one night, then anything is possible. And of course, we all find out later that Santa Claus doesn't exist and the world is a really hard place and nothing ever happens the way I want it to happen. And that voice starts to develop. And what that voice is, it's basically a built-in self-defense mechanism. It's something that you learn to use to protect yourself from the pain of disappointment, so you don't allow yourself to believe in magic anymore. So this card is your invitation. It's your invitation to go back in time and connect with the part of you, that inner child who still believes in magic and miracles and who knows that there has to be a solution. There has to be a way. Somehow there has to be a way. So really feel into that energy of possibility. Something is possible for you. You're being invited to sink into or relax into an energy where you stop trying to solve the issue with your logical mind, even though the logical mind can be great. It can come up with solutions. And in this case, there's something specific that you can achieve or do with a belief that there's a solution. So if you're trying to heal and you've been feeling really down, like you can't really get the help you need, or maybe you never will heal, maybe you should just give up. This card is asking you to keep the faith and to keep trying, keep searching for answers, keep looking. Know that there is a solution. And it's the same for if you're trying to solve a very complex career issue about how to manage something you're going through at work or in your career. Know that there has to be a solution, and that solution can be magical, and it's just waiting for you. And it's not something that your mind is going to come up with, unless the magic is that you receive a divine inspiration. That's always possible too. An idea or a dream, something that hits you, and then you suddenly know what to do. So let yourself be in the energy of possibility this month. Know that some difficulty you've been struggling with is temporary, that there is a solution, that you will move forward, and in fact you already are. So that's message number 1. If you were drawn to message number 2, the card that came up is Proceeding Softly. And it says, my inner power grows in moments of quietude. So that time to replenish is so important. So important to have that, to give that to yourself. The other message that I'm getting with this card is that aside from the self-nurturing, because these are all very nurturing colors, the pink and the blue, it's so needed for you to grow. That the nurturing and the self-care is so needed for you. Aside from that message, I'm getting the sense of, you see how there's a path in the card, and it's the title of the card is Proceeding. So moving forward. You're in the process of moving forward, even if it doesn't always feel like it, especially if you're afraid to take the time you need because you're afraid that you won't move forward. But just know that whenever you do replenish yourself, you actually allow yourself to move forward faster. You allow yourself to process things that you're going through. And usually you end up with a growth spurt on the other side of that. So it's okay to be in the moment, to relax into the pleasures of life, the present time. When you ask, what does my heart really wish for? It could be something very simple in the moment. It could be the bite of an apple, or it could be a walk outside. You really need to give yourself that. And then the final message I'm getting with this card is that small steps are sometimes even more impactful and more powerful than the huge leaps that we make. So the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So know that if you've been afraid to move forward in some way, if you've been afraid to take action, try taking a tiny amount of action, something that doesn't scare you to do. Take a very small step. So many times we are told that only the big steps count, that the large leaps count. And if you can take consistent small steps toward a goal, toward your life, if you're able to just tweak something even, that can have a major impact on where you end up. So take a step back if you need to, and know that you can take very small steps. So this appeases the part of you that's afraid to move too quickly, and it also appeases the part of you that wants to move because you are taking a step, you are taking action. So it's not like you're not doing anything. So we always have part of us that's stepping on the gas and wants to go fast, and a part of us that's hitting the brake because we're afraid of change. So taking small steps appeases both of those parts of you. Okay, so that's the message for this month. Take small, comfortable steps and take time out. Take time that you need for yourself to replenish so that you can grow. Okay, so if you were drawn to message number 3, the card that comes up is Planting Seeds. And it says, seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. And if you watched message number 2, this is kind of a continuation of that, where seeds being planted suggest that there's going to be some time where the seeds are in the darkness and they're waiting for all the necessary ingredients to grow. So the proper water, the amount of sunlight hitting the soil, all of the conditions, the weather, everything that's necessary for those seeds to become manifest. So it's the same thing here. This is also about making sure that your soil, which is your mind, is open to being able to nurture that dream or that change that you're trying to implement. And that's actually very easy to do. All you need to do is accept all of who you are in the moment and not judge yourself if your seeds aren't sprouting as fast as you would like them to. So let this happen at the pace it needs to happen. So if you are trying to complete something, or you're rushing, you're pushing yourself too hard, know that every project, every goal has a life of its own, and it has a time frame, and it's going to manifest in the time that is perfect for you, believe it or not. So even if you're thinking, I am so impatient, I wish I had this dream, or I wish I was where I wanted to be, that's kind of an illusion. It's like your mind thinking that it knows what's best for you, when the seed knows best, because in the DNA of the seed is all the information about when it can open and what the right time is. So allow yourself to trust. Allow yourself to trust life, to trust the present moment, to trust your feelings in the moment. Sometimes we really want change very quickly, but we're not in alignment with that change, or there's some part of us that's resisting the change. There's fear, there's all kinds of thoughts or contradictory information in your space that could be causing this manifestation to take longer than you want it to. Just know that it will appear at the perfect time, and this is your time. These seeds are being planted right now. And by seeds, this could be something that you've heard, information that came to you through something you read or through something that someone said. There's something growing in you right now. And whatever that thing is, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to push yourself. You don't have to try to force the growth. Just allow the growth to happen. Allow you to be you. Allow yourself to witness the river of thoughts and feel the feelings that arise in you. It's just part of who you are, and these things come and go. So just see if you can be in alignment with what is showing up for you right now. And by that I mean just witness it. Accept it. Don't push it. Don't try to resist it. Allow it to come. Allow it to manifest. So that's the message. I hope that you enjoyed these messages and that they were of service to you. If they were, please let me know. Please feel free to share this video with anyone who would like to have a spirit guide reading.